Nesbitt on the site. This is the show that likes to delve as deep as humanly possible into the minds of our housemates.
Yes, which in the case of Winston isn't very deep at all.
Hi, we love Winston. Well, listen, for the next hour, we're going to be picking apart their tiny little minds and discovering exactly what's been going on inside their brains all week.
Yeah, and what a week it's been. We've witnessed more power struggles in the house than 4 seasons worth of Game of Thrones. A programme I've never seen before in my life. I don't get the reference.
I've never watched that show in my life.
It looks shit.
So this next line...
It does! It's just like dragons and swords and stuff. I'm 41.
This next line means nothing to me, but before we start our own red wedding, does that make sense to anyone? No. Wow, really no fans in the audience now. Please put your hands together for our self-proclaimed mama and party princess. It's Louisa Zetzel! You look lovely. You look beautiful.
Now, listen, so we are just over a week and the main story has been between Pauline, Jaleh and Christopher. Louisa, what's made Pauline go for these two, do you think?
I just think she's evil and she's picked the weakest too.
Wow.
She's like a panther ready to pounce on her prey. I don't like her anymore.
Is it funny because
she's dead to me.
last week we're all bigging up Pauline.
Oh my God, last week she was Jazzy P.
Yeah.
Is Jazzy P no more.
Jazzy P's gone.
She's right to pick on Christopher because he is a massive bell end, isn't he? I think he's a bit of a dick.
He's got like an identity crisis and he just doesn't know where to go or what to do and he's just annoying.
Well, we can talk to him. We can talk to him next week when he's here.
Don't be horrible.
Is chicken and wanting to get fed good enough reasons to ignore 2 people, do you think?
No, I think it's bollocks, if I'm being honest.
It's a bit petty, isn't it?
Do you know what?
But you do get hungry in there, don't you, Riley?
Yeah.
You are starved, and you don't really see that on the screen.
Food is like currency in that house. We say it every single series, and it really, really is, because if you don't pass your shopping task one week, I know they have passed, but even when you have passed, there's still not a lot to go around. They're all sitting there going, oh my God, we've got £800 to spend on food. Yeah, you've just done 540 quid on meat. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're sitting there thinking...
Haven't we all, Rylan, at some point in our lives? Hey?
I don't have to pay for it, babes.
I'm getting older.
Just saying. Well, listen, let's move on to Christopher because he has become very isolated this week. So, a silly question for you, but are you feeling sorry for him?
No, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. He was doing the thing where he was trying to cry earlier on, and he was doing it by rubbing his eyes really hard, just trying to squeeze a tear out of those tear ducts. I find him annoying. I find it irritating. Pauline's been a little bit harsh on him, but...
A little bit?
She's been quite harsh, let's be honest.
Do you know what? He's just one of those insipid people that I've got no time for whatsoever. He doesn't add anything to the house. He should man up. What is it? Get it hard or get it out. Is that the saying? I think that's it.
I thought it was go hard or go home, but whatever works.
Something like that.
Well, listen, we did witness that Helen and Danielle have had a massive bust up this week, but then... they made up.
Yeah. So that's so ridiculous.
What do you make of it? Like, Helen was like, I will never talk to you again, and then all of a sudden...
I don't know why they've made up. I would never make up with Danielle. I hate her.
No!
I don't like her at all.
How can you say this? And this genuinely annoys me.
No, look, we're going to start arguing again.
There's going to be a row. You've been doing it all day.
I'm not in the mood today. How can you say you hate her? What has she done wrong so you hate her?
Her hypocrisy offends me.
Oh.
And you know what? She should just be like, she's pretending to be something she's not. It's really annoying, and I can see straight through it.
Well, listen, look, let's move back to Helen just very quickly because...
I like her.
Well, this is what I'm saying, but we know she's been given the fast pass to the final, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if she hadn't got that fast pass, she would have been as mouthy as she has been?
No, I think she's a mouthy cow. And I quite like her for that.
Oh, there's a surprise.
What a shock.
Was it identification or something?
I quite like, yes, girl after me.
I don't think she would be as gobby as this. I think she would be able to button it a little bit. But she's going to regret it when she gets to the end and she gets booted out.
You reckon?
Straight away. Yeah.
She'll get to the final and
the last 2 weeks it'll be her backtracking and trying to be all nice and making up for and going around apologising.
But listen, all I'm going to say, this is Big Brother. Anything could happen.
Look what's happened to Jazzy P in a week.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Last week we loved her, this week we don't.
Jaleh knows that she's up every week. Do you think that she's kind of given up? She's got nothing to lose, is she?
No, do you know what? I feel for Jaleh, but do you know what? Her hearing the cheers for her last night from the outside crowd, I think that's going to make her feel a lot more comfortable in that house. And I think this week we're going to start seeing Jaleh be herself a lot more. And what I want to see is rather than... when she's having these arguments with Pauline, I would rather see her sit there and go, do you know what? And
Just
absolutely go for
Pauline,
it. And I think she will now. I think she will now. I think she will.
Yeah.
I think she will.
What do you think about Jale? Do you think she's...
I think Jale should punch Pauline in the face.
No!
And then I think she should go and she should just be like, this is who I am. Just stop picking, like they're picking on her and it annoys me.
Well, listen, we
and
have
she
to
feels
say...
you know, she's constantly on the defense.
We don't condone violence on this show.
No, we don't.
We don't
Or on the
condone
main
it.
show.
We-
But
It would be funny.
I think we understand where we're going. Anyway, listen, our psych experts are going to be giving their own views on all the goings on a bit later on, but I want to move on now to our favourite moments.
Oh, yeah.
Our finest favourite moments. Lisa, what was your...
So my favourite is Danielle. After everything she said about the swearing, she turned into a washerwoman and it was brilliant.
Let's have a look.
Go fuck off, you fucking idiot. Who the fuck
Have you any idea how much you be dick?
Speaking to? Who do you think you're speaking to? Don't
Any
come up
idea
to me.
how much of a
Don't
dick
come
you just
up-
made yourself look?
Go away, honestly.
Any
You're
idea?
absolute waste
Did
of
anyone
space.
else
Go
react
away.
the way you just did?
Go away, honestly.
Fucking come here.
Fucking idiot. I do not want to
I
speak
thought you
to
wore your heart on your sleeve
Oh
and
my
you said it how it
God.
was. Clearly you don't, you fucking stupid twat.
Fuck off. Get some bloody class, you weirdo, man.
I love
Good
that.
for her. That was brilliant.
That was brilliant because she went, fuck off and go and get some class. And it's like, well, you just said, fuck off, not very classy.
She was pushed to
Stop
breaking point.
defending her.
I
She's
just think you're all-
fake and she's pretending.
I just think you're being a little bit harsh on her.
I
just
am
think you're being. I think she's all right.
Well, listen, I want to move on. I want to move on from Danielle. Oh, nice little kiss there.
Thank you.
What's your favourite moment?
I've got two favourite moments. First favourite moment
Greedy.
was... I know, greedy. First favourite moment was when, is it Mark?
Yeah.
Was trying to think of Stephen Hawking
Brilliant.
on Monday, and his kids, you know, the fella in the wheelchair, what can't
Do you know,
speak,
if you
Stephen
haven't seen
King.
this at home,
It was,
So
it was
good.
great. Well, hang on, because we're not going to show it, because I've got another favourite bit. I've been greedy. It's Jale doing a little bit of meditation.
Oh, okay, come on,
Very
let's have a look at that
powerful.
one.
Have a look at this.
Just allow yourself to just drift. Feel your mind drifting to wherever you need it to go. Your special place just to sort of be you, be with yourself, your own thoughts. It could be a forest, it could be a mountain. And just spend some time now in this special place. Look for something to do, either relaxing or looking around where you are, and just allow yourself to be in the moment. And whenever you're ready, start opening your eyes and familiarising yourself with where you are again.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
I love that. Ash, stop it. Ash is my funniest one. She's like, brilliant. Yeah, it's all right.
Nice little bit of meditation. What's got you all hard and hot and sweaty this week?
I'm other than you. The task when they were trying to get over that balance beam and they just kept.
Yeah.
If you at home haven't seen this, cross your legs now and have a little graze. Oh, can you imagine that?
That's brilliant.
Oh, I'm having to hold myself watching it.
That is... Now listen.
Oh.
Hey, you two. Oh, isn't it funny? Because there's a chubby fella in there with HD eyebrows who looks a bit like me and he doesn't know who I am. Well, let's all have a big laugh. Well, up yours and up yours. Double up yours, Louisa, because look, have a look at this. It's your turn to be laughed at.
She asked me, she was like, how would you pick me up? Louisa, I was like, well, I would probably engage in a boring conversation with you at first, to be honest, and then kind of take it from there. She was like, boring, I don't like boring. And then in my head,
I said was boring.
boring. And I was like, well, you might be boring too. Like,
She's boring.
I don't know. I mean, I like her personality, like on the show. I think she's funny.
She was
like,
great for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. Oh, no. I did. Don't get me wrong. Great.
on point.
Just I wouldn't want to be in the house with her.
She does have a voice that's really like...
It's the grating voice that doesn't help her. No, I find it like a bit... Yeah, when she's soft, she's got a lovely voice, yeah. But
Yeah, but I don't like that when girls that are like, after you're 25, you shouldn't sound like you're talking like that. I know that she does that particularly, but every once in a while she does do that, and I'm just like,
Yeah, the
the little daddy voice. I'm just like...
I am pleased that I have brought out some kind of opinion in Kimberly, because up until she was talking about me, she was bloody boring. So at least I've given her something to talk about. Thanks, Kimberly.
Well, listen, I think all in all, we can agree it's been quite a good first week. So after the break, we're going to be turning this little threesome into a full-blown orgy.
Yeah, and, a mind orgy. Kate Marlowe, Rachel Morris and Tamara will be here for some cranial massaging. We'll catch you in a bit.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Psych. The smarter and more sophisticated sibling of yesterday night's show. Yeah.
That's right, every point of view heard here tonight comes from a reliable and educated source and is definitely worth taking note of.
Well, apart from yours.
Up yours, Rylan. Anyway, it's time to welcome our formidable panel of brainiacs. First up, it's psychologist Rachel Morris.
Rachel!
Also joining us tonight is performance coach Kate Marlowe.
Kate. And finally, she was the first girl in, but unluckily she was also the first out. She spent the whole week pulling a Winston. It's Tamara! First of all, how fit does Tamara look tonight? That is delicious. How's your first 24 hours been?
It's just madness. I haven't slept. I've been awake pretty much the entire time.
Did Winston get out of the house or something? Did you go back in?
I'm dying to go back in and treat him to a date. Well, but I'm not sure it will happen.
I don't think it will, technically. Now, before going in, you scored yourself 1 out of 10 for chances of going first and said it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So what happened? Oh. It went wrong. What went wrong for you?
It's unbelievable. I think I've clearly just fallen in with the wrong group, and unfortunately it's sort of gone against me, I have to say. And also,
yeah.
I didn't approach the other group enough. I didn't.
If you'd have got the snogs in earlier, and with the greatest of respect, if we'd seen more of those bad boys, I think you'd probably be in. Rachel, what do you think? Where do you think it went wrong for
I think there was no respect in that comment whatsoever.
There was very little, was there? It came very little.
I think that basically, Tamara, you came in full of bluster. You said, I am the best. You put your head above the parapet, and we don't like that. We're British. If you'd have been American, you'd have been all the way to the end. Yeah. But we think it's our job to take you down a peg or two if we think you've pegged yourself too high. Yeah. So you blew your trumpet, and we blew you out.
Exactly. I agree.
Sorry about that.
I agree.
Hey, what do you reckon? What's your view on where it went wrong?
Well, I think what we have to look at is what's the end game. So you go in and you have a long-term purpose. What do you want to achieve by being in the Big Brother house? And I think what happened was you said all of these grand things that you wanted to do, and you were, as Rachel's just said, and then when you did get in there, as you've just described, you just played it secure and fell in with the easy crowd. And so you didn't keep your eye on the prize. So there was no wanting to win or succeed. You've really got to focus, and that's why we see Jarlath at the moment is really focused on it.
Louisa, what do you reckon? Why do you think Tamara's out?
I'm sad that you're out. You're one of my favourites. I'm sad. But I think that I just don't think we saw enough of you. And also, I don't think the Winston thing did you any favours. I really don't. I hate romances in there. It always comes, whether you like him or not, I don't know, we haven't spoken. But I just don't think it does you any favours when you go in and you start snogging someone.
This is one thing that I want to quickly touch on.
I didn't
Rachel,
snog Daphne.
we were... You did a lot more than that. But no, Rachel, we were talking about earlier about relationships on Big Brother. So Winston and Tamara, they seemed genuinely really smitten with each other. They really, really did. And is that just the house? Is it the pressure cooker? Is it that bubble? Is this something that we would carry out onto the outside, do you think?
Well, it's another cooking metaphor. It's not so much a pressure cooker as a microwave. Oh. So basically, you know, it's life's microwave. Everything out here takes a long time. Everything in there takes a very short amount of time. You know, so I think that's the reality of it. It's just a microwaved experience.
Did he ping you in there? Was there any pinging going on at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Louisa, you wasn't a fan of the whole relationship thing?
No, I just don't like. I think you're so much more than that. And you know, when I met you first, you're such a smart girl. You had so much more to give. You're so fun, And I just think it was like you and Winston was together, and he's sweet. I really like Winston, but I just don't think we saw enough of you being Tamara, and it was kind of Tamara and Winston, and yeah, I just wasn't a fan.
Did you properly fancy it? Was it a proper, genuine, he's quite fit?
He's my type, down
He's
to
your
a T.
type.
Yes.
Do you know what? And I've got to say this, for anyone that don't believe
this
at all at home, I've read your housemate profile,
yeah.
and everything that she's written about your ideal man is Winston. I'm not going to lie. That is not a lie at all.
But if it was anything that if people are saying it's a showmance and all the rest of it and speculating about that, if that was the case, I've been up for eviction a whole week. I would have done it much earlier in the week, and I didn't plan the spaghetti bolognese date. I didn't know about it.
I don't think
we did. That's what it's now.
Nobody thought it was a showmance.
I don't think it's a showmance. I know we spoke anyway before you went in about what your ideal man was, and it is Winston. I just think that doing that didn't do you any favours. I don't think that it's not genuine. I do think it's genuine.
Listen, let's move on from Winston quickly, because there's someone I do want to talk about. She's quite a quiet one in the house. We're going to touch on it a bit more later. But Ashley, now last night in your interview, you called her a bit of a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
Rachel, why do you think that Tamara and Ashley haven't really hit it off? They're both pretty girls. Quite young, fun-loving.
I don't know. Did you not hit it off?
Not at all.
That's really interesting, because I think from what we saw Ashley has been a very sweet, very delicate, very vulnerable, very young girl who hasn't really had very much to say for herself. And to be honest, if we saw you being in any way, shape or form mean to her, we would have not liked you for that, because she's been brought over as a very delicate little thing.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I think she does play on it. I have to be completely honest with you. She's an 18-year-old woman. She's not a kid. She knows what she's doing, and I think everyone sort of made out that she's the baby of the group and sort of sympathising with that. But I mean, I've spent sort of 24/7 with the girl for the last week, and there are certain little things that I think she can be, perhaps, maybe, time will tell, a bit of a spoiled brat.
I have to ask a question. Who's Ashley? Is she in the house? Because I've hardly seen her at all.
Well, listen, we're going to be talking about her a lot more later on, so don't worry too much.
I'll have to gen up on her.
Introduce her. I'll show you a photo.
Please do.
Kate, do you think Tamara's exit is going to make quite an impression on the house now? Because a lot of them were very, very shocked last night from what we saw.
I think Tamara's actual exit, no, because it's just 1 down, 14 to go in terms of competition. I think the biggest impression would have been Pauline and the other housemates hearing the chant of the crowd outside, "Get Pauline out." So the eviction,
You reckon? Well, we're going to talk about that later on as well. Seems like we're going to talk about everything later on today, doesn't it? Well, listen, let's have a little nosy and see what's been going on in there today. Here is an exclusive.
I think she's fucked it for herself with the argument with Charlie.
I think she knew it though. I had a feeling they were going to boo her.
Her face just changed.
I had a feeling they were going to boo her.
I understand why she was booed, but I don't think I understand why she got put off. Just because I don't think I'd be able, for somebody who's cooked it.
Maybe it's strategic.
Every fucking day.
I reckon whoever put her up knew exactly, was perceptive enough to know that last night she would have been booed. She's 6 foot under already. I think people knew, someone knew she was going to get booed. I think whoever did it, but cleverly knew that if she was up, she'd be gone.
She started putting the nails in her coffin when she had the argument with Charlie, and she didn't recover.
The only reason why it could be Chris is because Chris was there with that argument. And Chris stood up for Charlie. He made a few points, a few valid points.
It's definitely Chris. I see the look on his face, in his eyes.
I think it's Chris.
It's gotta
be. Rumble.
Lots more to
talk.
What's that? Well, I was doing a little dance, a little boogie. I'm thinking, can we hurry up? I want to watch the football. Now, lots more to talk about tonight, but first, let's take a closer look at all the cliques that have formed in the house. To help us out, we've come up with this handy little chart. Here it is now. Now, this is how we believe that you, the viewers, may see the house. First up, let's have a look at the power group, made up of Pauline, Mark, Toya, and Helen. Rachel, what do you reckon? Are they here to stay?
Well, first of all, I disagree with the power group. I don't think Mark belongs in there. Mark isn't a powerful person in himself. He's just very good at latching on to powerful people, any port in a storm.
Yep.
But historically, Big Brother, we give powerful people enough leeway as long as they're not mean to anyone towards the end, but they never win. We don't let them win. They've got enough. We give it to the underdog.
Kate, are you surprised that these 3 or 4 have become the most powerful?
No, if you watch, they use the same actions over and over to get what they want. So they want to be unquestionably obeyed. Do not cross me. These words have actually been used by Pauline. The actions they are using to achieve that purpose are I warn, I threaten, I bludgeon, and then I sulk when I don't get what I want. And it's very, very aggressive.
Louisa, who do you see as the weakest out of those four?
I think Mark is the weakest out of that group, definitely. And I don't think he's...
With those teeth at his right, then yes.
I don't think he's powerful at all, but also I don't think Pauline should be at the top there. I think she's had a little bit of a fall from grace in the last week. Or not from grace, actually, but she's just had a fall. So I don't think she should be... I don't think she should be at the top.
Tamara, when you were in the house, who did you... We've kind of identified Pauline as being the most powerful. Did you make that same
That's exactly
connection?
what I would say. Yeah, everyone is frightened of her in the house.
Really?
That's what you said last night to me, that
That's
you were
exactly
scared
it.
of her.
I was scared of her, and it's only on the last day that I started to notice that what I'd been following wasn't right.
Well, what we've been following might not be right because it looks like Mark is maybe switching alliances. Have a look at this.
I had to walk away then because when obviously it's just my interpretation of it, but after it was like revealed that Pauline was going to face Thingy and she started going, this is revenge, I just thought that just sounds like she's saying to Jarlath, saying this is Jarlath's revenge.
I've got no hard feelings against her.
I had to walk away.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I just don't like...
Because you're my mate, you know.
You're
my friend, what I mean?
too. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I just don't want to make anyone feel awkward. I don't like... This is shit. The whole thing, but look, you know, I'm just numb. I'm very confused right now.
Well, there you go. Rach, are you surprised by his actions?
No, I'm not surprised. But this didn't just happen because he heard the crowd shouting, "Get Pauline out." He actually noticed 2 days ago. He actually said, I think Pauline's going a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
He was uncomfortable with the way that she was bullying. She's actually exercising her power from a kind of coercive point, like a parent does. She can actually reward or she can punish.
You are right. You're bang on right there. It's like she's taken on that mother role, but it's like a mother general in an army.
Yeah, kind of a slightly vicious mother.
Yeah, do you know what I mean by that?
And you know, and Mark has been her favoured child, and like any favourite child, he's uncomfortable with the honour. Because who likes the favourite child?
Well, this is what I'm saying, Louisa. Do you think if Mark does switch, how do you think the rest of the group are going to deal with that?
I think it would be good if he did switch because I think it would bring Pauline into question a bit and hopefully everyone else will switch against her and it'll bring her down a peg or two. So I think he's got to have balls, though, to do it. And I'm not sure he's got balls.
Well, no, but Jarlath has, and he's assigning himself next to
her. Let's talk about then the targets of the house, Jarlath and Christopher. Housemates became distant, didn't they, from Christopher because he can't share. Do you think that's the whole truth, Kate?
No, I think with Christopher, what we've got is he's distant because he thinks everything is unfair, and he's chosen, because he's like got a chip on his shoulder somewhere. Then he's chosen to give commentary on everybody in the house. He's very judgmental, and he whines. He's whining and moaning about everything.
Tamara, do you think, going back to Pauline, just very, very quickly, do you think that she's been harsh since last night with what she said? Like, obviously you've seen tonight's show, what's happened, you know, she kept on talking, she started going around saying, you know, yeah, I said Tamara was going, well, actually, Pauline, about 3 days ago, you kept saying Jarlath's going,
She said to me 5 minutes before I left, you're not going, so, no, I think that, wait, where are we going with this?
do you think that she's been quite harsh since you obviously left last night? Like, but she's heard the crowd.
She's heard the crowd and she knows that she's in trouble. So I think maybe she'll reel it in a bit. She'll either reel it in or go all guns blazing.
Let's move on, so I'm going to get these in if we can. The non-alphas, Ash, Stephen and Winston. Rachel, do you think the non-alphas think they have more power than they actually do?
I don't know who called them non-alphas, because if I was writing this family tree, they would all be alphas.
What, Ash, Stephen and Winston?
Yes, they're all representatives of alpha males. We've got Winston, who is the physical alpha male. We've got Stephen, who is a successful alpha male, and we've got the ridiculously handsome alpha male on the left there. So, not my type, darling, far too quick. but I think that these are sleeping lions. They're letting the women run around doing the hunting. They're just kind of sitting around, but
and clearly reaping the rewards at the end of it. Oh, Miss Tamara. Well, listen, let's discuss the observers. Ashley, Kimberly, Danielle, Chris and Matthew. Kate, why are some of the housemates taking such a backseat role? Is this the way to see them through the first few weeks, do you think?
There's a combination of things. One of them is that, just to get through, have an easy life and survive. And the other thing is, other people who might be more upfront and outgoing are just terrified at the moment because of the extreme threat of being attacked by some of those alpha females.
Rachel, do you think that is the way to get through to the final these days? Because we're quite honest every single year. We just
keep
tend
your head
to.
down.
Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying. We tend to pick off the right feisty ones at first. Obviously, this week it was Tamara. I think if Pauline was up this week, she could have been in trouble.
I think it's a really fine line. It's a delicate dance that you have to do between being powerful and having enough character and personality to be seen and noticed, but at the same time not to tread on too many people. You know, it's really important that you don't tread on people in order to look taller. So it's a very delicate balance.
Okay, finally,
Anybody's game right now.
let's have a look at the floater. It's Marlon.
That bit is awful. It's just like floater. Marlon.
Rachel, why is Marlon not aligning himself?
I think Marlon came into the house, you know, he was full of his, I've got Malicio on my side. Well, Malicio has clearly gone home because he's not having any of this. And he's left with poor Marlon, who is just a rabbit in the headlights. He's absolutely terrifying.
Lisa, did he even pop up in this episode? I don't remember seeing him.
I saw him running.
Oh, yeah.
Tamara, you've been in there. Is he a character in there?
No, not really. I think he's a people pleaser. So he'll sort of go around and just try and be, you know, friendly and nice and whatever.
When I met him, though, he was really, like, picking himself
Yeah,
up.
I thought he was gonna be like
Mr. Croydon,
bottled it.
all the
Yeah,
girls.
he did mention the Mr. Croydon
Okay,
thing, but I don't think...
He's bottled it.
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause. Nice little chat there. All right. Well, listen, still to come tonight, we're going to be taking a closer look at the power shifts in the house and finding out who is really in control. Plus, we're going to be showing you what was left on the diary room cutting floor. We'll see you after this. Welcome back to Bit on the Psych. It's the one show a week, actually, where the guests sitting on our panel are actually worth listening to.
Now, before the housemates entered, the Bots producers thought it would be a great idea to test their brain power, or indeed lack of it. Here's what happened when Pauline and her posse took on our general knowledge quiz.
In what year did England last win the World Cup?
I don't do football.
How often do they have a World Cup?
996. 2001.
Every 4 years.
1993, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, shit. 2005.
I'm going to pretend it was 1966 because I heard that loads and loads of times, but they might have won it since then, I don't know.
What is the capital of Japan?
No, sorry.
I think it's Tokyo, it could be Hong Kong. One of the two.
Is it Centaur or something?
Tokyo.
Right, I'm going to pass. Please don't put that answer through.
Johnny's mum had 3 children. Johnny who?
The first was called April.
The second was called May.
What was the third called? I think she could have been called June.
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 This was called June. Yeah? Because it's easy.
Complete the quote. One small step for man, another step for mankind.
One small step for mankind, isn't it? It's a famous saying about the moon.
One giant leap for mankind.
One giant step for mankind.
What is the Australian word of the... What is the... What the fuck does that say? What is the Australian Aboriginal meaning of the word kangaroo?
Hopping. Skipping.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm bothered.
Who are Becky, Lydia, Luke A and Scott? You lot?
Are they like a band or something? I don't know.
Becky, Lydia, Luke A and Scott. Star Trek.
It's you. Is it you? It's yours, isn't it? Is it? That's your names, isn't it? Is it?
Former Big Brother housemates.
Who the hell are they? I've never met them in my life, unless it's you, and then I'm sorry. Is it?
Was I right in that last question, by the way?
Oh, that was horrible. Is that all done now?
I'm sick.
I didn't even count how many of them I did.
This isn't mastermind, is it? It was all like a flag for them instead.
And just to think they've all been IQ tests as well.
It's kind of what we expected, isn't it, really?
Well, listen, it's time to take a closer look now at the shift in power that has occurred this week. Pauline's lost it, but Chris gained it. So, Rachel, how is that going to be changing our Chrissy boy?
I think we'll just see more of him. It's now he's actually got a role now, hasn't he? He's an actor. Big Brother's given him something to actually do that he feels he can do. I think he'll throw himself into it. He'll really commit to it, and you know, I think we'll see him enjoying himself.
Well, listen, he's put Pauline up already, and he's also put Christopher up. Louisa, are they good choices for you at the minute, or?
Yeah, I think they are. I think Pauline deserves to be up, shake her up a bit, especially after the booing. And Christopher is just annoying everyone. So you can see why he's put Christopher up. He is a little bit annoying, but I quite like him. Quite like the way he just sort of sits back and just chats.
If I was in the house, he'd do my fucking head in.
Yeah.
He really would.
Yeah, but he found it hard.
He would do my head in.
He found it quite hard to put Christopher up.
Well, let's have a look at this. It's a very emotional moment when he put Christopher up for the chop. Have a look.
Chris, it's time for another nomination.
Already?
Could you give the name of the next housemate you wish to nominate and your reasons?
I'd like to nominate Christopher. He's been winding a lot of people up very badly. He's a bit careless in the kitchen and a little bit thoughtless on the outside. I actually just feel horribly sorry for him. I feel like he's quite alone here. God, this is utterly ridiculous.
Right, now listen. No, hold up. Like, it is R, and bless him. Louisa's having a breakdown, right? But, Rach, he's an actor. Is that just part of the performance? I'm not throwing my weight around. I'm just saying.
I don't think any of us know enough about Chris yet to say whether that was acting or not. What we do know about him is that when he went in the house, he was really ostracised by everybody and spent a few very, very lonely days, very uncomfortable, lonely days. So this is somebody who does identify with loneliness, and maybe he was feeling his own loneliness there instead of Chris's, and maybe that's why we don't believe him. I think that was a genuine feeling, but not for who he said it was about.
Well, the power's come from Pauline. Obviously, she's lost it. And we've seen her going around the house trying to get people on her side, basically, despite losing it. So, Louisa, do you think she's still trying to just cling on to that power?
I think she quite likes being in power, and now she's not. She sort of doesn't really know what to do with herself, because she hasn't, you know, she liked it. Everyone knew that she had the power, and she was really in that role of bossiness, and she's really trying to keep it now. And I think that everyone's going to go, we don't need to brown nose you anymore, because you ain't got the power, love.
Tamara, do you agree? Do you agree with that?
I do agree, yeah, totally.
Why are most housemates not seeing that Pauline is a bit of a stirrer and a troublemaker?
I think we're only just starting to clock onto
Right.
it. Because she had the power initially, she was loved by the public. The public voted for her to get the power. So everyone just sort of went to Pauline and sort of thought
And a
that
mental
she was
thing
the
in your
ringleader.
head, you must think, oh, if the public love her,
Yeah.
I've got to get with her.
Yeah, essentially, and I think that's why sort of everyone sort of gathered round her, and she did have a mother hen type role.
I hope she stays in this week, because she will stir it up even more. Christopher, I don't think, adds particularly much to it, but I think if Pauline stays in there, the next few weeks are going to be really
But
exciting.
she did get booed, and Rach, we did see her say, oh, I knew I was going to get booed. Is it all a bit of a brave face?
I honestly think that she's so utterly convinced about her rightness. She has polarised opinions, which means what we've seen. You are either a sinner or a saint. You are good or you are bad. You are evil or you are holy. And that's how she separates her world. And she really believes in what she says.
I think that's the thing with Pauline. Everything she's saying, whether it's right or wrong, I think she genuinely believes it.
What is great, being a dad, she talks to everyone in there like they are her kids, right? And you do this, and you do, and you've not done that, and that is very naughty. She just completely talks down to. Did you feel that she was doing that?
That would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
That's a spontaneous round of applause. Let it grow. Let it grow. It's growing. Spontaneous.
Well, listen, her power, though, in all fairness, her power's had quite a negative impact on her popularity on the outside. So do you think that's the same's going to happen for Chris, Kate?
No, because I think the difference is the way Chris is taking the responsibility of the power is to be fair. And even when he had some enjoyment, which you could say was gloating of nominating Pauline, he was taking revenge for fairness rather than to punish somebody. So it's like we all know a Pauline and we all know a Chris. If you think to teachers at school, you can think of a teacher that was like Pauline, very strict and punishing.
Yeah.
You end up getting the giggles about them, don't you? Because
Yeah.
you think they're ridiculous.
One of mine had a turkey neck and we used to go, bah, bah, bah. You know who you are, you know who you are. I'm on the telly. I've been waiting 2 years
You
to do
see,
that.
that's revenge. That's perfect revenge for fairness because they treated you unfairly. But the kind of teacher Chris would know from school is he'd probably get quite a lot of stick off the kids, but in the end, he's the one you end up loving.
Oh, yeah, no.
He'd be smoking fags with the 15-year-old
Yeah.
fit girls, wouldn't he?
Not. But listen, good bit of chat. It's time now for some diary room exclusivity. Yeah, that's a bit of a big word for me on a Saturday evening. This is what the main show didn't want you to see, so they thought it'd be safer in our hands. But we're going to show you anyway. Here it is. See you after the break.
I reckon like everyone's calmed down loads now, you know, and like it's just all getting on with the night a bit and that and being dead mature about it. And like I know you aren't like, you know, a delivery service and we're not in a hotel, but we was proper like appreciate like another drink.
Marlon, what has happened to your glasses?
The lenses have cracked.
And why do you think one of your fellow housemates would have done this?
I don't think they would have done it on purpose. I think it was an accident, but I don't know if it was them or myself.
Mark, you just said that you know Big Brother is not a delivery service.
I know, but like...
You got the answer right. Big Brother is not a delivery service.
Oh, man.
Big Brother would like to see your biggest smile, Kimberly.
Okay. I'm smiling now. I hope you don't take a photo or something with no makeup, but...
Apart from planning a full English breakfast, what else are you going to get up to today, Stephen?
I am going to do some more. Have you seen my tan, by the way?
Big Brother wonders if you really need trunks to go swimming.
Of course I don't need trunks to go swimming, but I don't want to blind everyone. You've got a genius bunch of dickheads.
Can I use the hair dryers? Please. Only because stupidly got my hair wet in the pool today. And now it literally looked like somebody's backcombed a pube and stuck it on my head.
You said there's a genius bunch of dickheads. Who does that apply to?
I think every single one of us.
I think you're my favourite Big Brother voice.
There is only one Big Brother.
You sound different sometimes. So maybe you're just in a different mood today.
Do you poo yourself in this task? Would you poo yourself? People are saying you're gonna poo yourself. No, I'm just checking if that's the
Shall
case.
I?
Yeah.
Big Brother very much hopes that you won't poo yourself.
Is it really bad?
Mark, if there's nothing else that Big Brother can do for you, the diary room door is now open.
Oh, fuck.
Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the Sack. It's the show that is most the teeth, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This show, though, it is more groomed and slick and in your face than Mark's eyebrows, I'd say, actually. I've really ruined the joke, just get on with the news. Hindrance. At 9:49 this morning, the housemates faced a challenging task trying to understand a word Mark or me says.
Throat and ball.
I love when Mark says something, everyone just goes, what?
Me nose is in bulk.
In bulk?
In bulk.
In what?
Bulk.
What
does that mean? What does it mean?
Saying another language half the time.
What? I thought I was bad tonight. We've got no idea either. But might be maybe a psychic term for talking bullshit, maybe. At 3:50 this afternoon, the housemate's proper task was to learn how to flirt. And old Jazzy P decided to take on some extra homework.
Back it up, back it up. And if you got something to lean on.
We hands on our shoulders.
That's it.
Hands on our shoulders.
Hands on
Hands on our shoulders.
Oh, Pauline.
That's how you do. And if I don't think you're doing it too good, I'll grab your leg. There you go. There you go. Now you're learning. This is carnival, you understand?
Oh! I'm blinded! That is Pauline trying to grind her way into Stephen's good books there. And probably that's the most action he's probably going to get whilst he's in there. So good luck to him. And lastly, at 3:53 this afternoon, the claws were out and it's all kicked off. Yeah, because Toya has vented her anger about Charlotte.
I want a fucking deco one. Who the fuck is she talking to like that?
Do you know why she said that? Because the harmless flirting isn't enough for her, because that's just a game. She wants you to make a tit out of yourself. You know, like she would.
If she's not sent of attention, she ain't happy.
She wants you to make a tit out of yourself, because she knows that out of me, you and Pauline, there's only Pauline that could do something like that, because it would look funny. Me and you did something like that, even if it is a game, would look like knobheads.
Who the fuck is she talking to like that? Is she okay? Is it because we're in here she thinks she can talk to me like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got it.
She's pissed that she's not sent her of attention. You heard the way she spoke to me. She goes, "Oh, I think you should mount him. I think it'd be well funny." This is me. I'm not mounting him.
That's
She goes,
not flirting.
She's like, "This is her. Well, I'm not telling you to do it for real. Just mount him."
What a lovely house it's been this week, hasn't it? Very harmonious. And that's today's news. But I wonder what's going on up in the reality gallery. Ian, what's the gossip?
Well, I'll tell you the gossip in the reality gallery. I won't say it too loudly. I don't want to offend anyone. It really stinks in here. I know it really stinks.
It
And
really
sounds like
does.
they all just drop their guts.
Oh.
Once, cut the cheese. Now, lots going on in the house. Winston says, oh, this is nice, Tamara. Winston says it doesn't feel right in the house without Tamara.
Oh.
And he's going to take her to France.
Oh, I can't see his nose.
Isn't that romantic?
Oh, that's nice.
Got to put out. Winston also says he can't get his head around Tamara's crowd reaction. He doesn't understand how anyone could hate her. Oh, see, that's really sweet.
He seems like he really likes
We were doubting it, and he's completely smitten because he was in tears when she went as well. Matthew says he thinks that Winston will definitely make the final. Oh yeah, that bit with Stephen and Pauline. It was horrible. Pauline has said to Stephen, "If only I was 20 years younger, I would try and pull you off." Pull you.
Give it up for Ian Lee. It's time now to get digital with my favourite Ian, and Louisa's over here and all. Right, come in. What's going on?
I've got a bit of a treat in store. It's the return of the non-bomb.
Oh, we're getting sound effects.
Yeah, you do it. You do it.
Non-bomb. What's going on? Tell me.
The non-bomb, it's a just for fun poll where we want to know who you would nominate if you were in the house this week.
Is this on the app?
No, it's on the website. It's on bigbrother.channel5.com.
So remember, it's just for fun. Who would you put up for nomination this week? It's not just for fun. It's not going to affect anything. Don't worry.
Fine.
But we have got something that will affect something. haven't we?
On the app tomorrow. It's going to be sort of tomorrow afternoon. You are going to have to make a decision in our poll that could well affect what happens in the house.
Right, so tomorrow on the app, keep an eye out. The polls is going to be open. You're going to make a decision.
Follow BBUK and we'll tell you when and what to do.
I'm really sorry, but we've run out of time for any questions.
It's all right, I'm still
Give a
speechless
shit.
after seeing Pauline grind up on Stephen, so we're fine.
On that note, give it up for them, guys. I think we all are. listen, that is a lot for tonight. A massive thank you to all of our guests tonight. Me and Louisa are going to be back here on Monday with Daddy, Razor Ruddock, and Claire from Steps is here as